A meniscus is the scoop water makes in a container. So what it looks like is it looks like that. Do you know if you should measure at the top of the meniscus, the top of the scoop, or should you measure at the bottom of the scoop? Always measure at the bottom of the meniscus. Okay. Now, the word graduated cylinder is an extension word, okay, an enriched word. So if you know the term graduated cylinder, for this object that looks like this, then you can get an enriched credit for that. Now, I've already written volume here. Can you think of something that would be better to write than just volume? We do want milliliters. What could we add to volume based on our picture that would make it better? What have we got here? What does that look like? That looks like a rock. And what would you guess that this sort of gray stuff is? That's probably water. So it would be better, volume is good, but it would be better if you said volume of rock plus water. Or you could write it as, what's the symbol for volume? Capital V, V, rock plus water. So we've got volume of rock plus water. It is right on this line right here. Tell your neighbor, what is the distance between these two lines? We start at 70 here, and we finish at 80 up here. What are each of those lines worth? If we start at 70, what do we have to count by to get up to 80? We have to count by ones, yeah? Because we got 70, and then we have 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, and now we are at 76. So the distance between these two lines, how much is the distance between those two lines? 1 milliliter. And if we know if the lines are 1 milliliter, we can estimate .1 milliliter. We good? So if we're at 0.1 milliliters, then our volume would be 76, and we need to add Are we sure about the 6? Yes. That means we need to add a 0, and that's going to be our estimated digit. Okay? Now, how would this be marked? You would get 1 mark for saying volume. You would get 1 mark for saying it's of the rock plus the water. You would get 1 mark for saying 76. You would get 1 mark for having the correct estimated digit, not just 76, not 76.00, but 76.0. And would this get full credit? Or are we missing something? We're missing milliliters, okay? So milliliters, so you would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be out of 5. Does that make sense? Okay. We're going to have a quiz on this probably on Friday, I think would be good. Quiz Friday on making measurements. Okay, I'll put that up on our channel. And in the meantime, what I would like you to do is turn to the next page. We're just going to talk quickly about burettes because they're kind of weird. Okay. I will show you a burette and we'll also give you a chance to use a burette today. So you can get an idea of what that's like. This is a burette. This, everyone take a look over here. This is a burette clamp. Okay, so it's a clamp for the burette. Burettes are in the corner there. And we also need a stand. Okay. So how this is going to work, and I will leave this set up so when you get your chance to do a burette, you will know what you're doing. This can roll, so make sure you're careful with it. Okay, you can just place it down. The burette clamp, you do not want to do this. This is not how this works. Okay, no, 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 no. No, no. What you want to do is you want to, just see how there's like a little screw here? Okay, little screw. You will put that on and then you will tighten it, tighten the screw. Okay? And if your stand is wibbly wobbly, do you guys know how to tighten something? Do you know the rule? Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Have you guys heard that? So if you turn something to the right, it's going to tighten it. So I'm going to turn this to the right, and the clamp is helping me, and that makes it less wibbly wobbly. Okay, so righty tighty, lefty loosey. And I can now take my burette, and I open up the clamp by squeezing these things here. Okay, and the burette goes in there. All right. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to get a funnel. Look back here so you know where the funnels are. Funnel. Okay. Beaker, any size beaker is fine. This is a 250. Okay, so I'm going to put this funnel up in the burette. Now you'll notice I am vertically challenged, which means I am short. Okay, it is hard for me to reach up there. I would probably make a big mess if I were to do this. Yes? If you are tall, you can do it that way. If you are short or shorter, then like me, you can bring this down to you. Okay, so bring it down to you. And I'll show you where you can go wrong with this. Okay? I'll stand up here so you guys can see, because I'm too short to be seen at the back of the room. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that the valve is closed. If it's going this way, perpendicular to the tube, it is going to block the flow of the water, which is good because you don't want the water dripping down. So this is on. You don't want to fill it up while it is on. You want to fill it up while it is off. Everyone show me which direction is off. Very good. Okay, off. All right, so now I'm going to fill it up now that it's off. And I want you to take a look at what's going to happen here. Oh no! It overflowed and got on my hand. And now it's stuck in here. And if I lift this up, oh, now it's all over my hand some more. Oh dear. Now it's just water, so it's not a big deal. But if you choose to go into chemistry at some point, you'll probably be putting something like acid in here. And you do not want acid or base, which is the other one, to get on your hands. So you don't want to fill it up too much. So I would advise when you fill it that you only add a little bit of water at a time. And if it gets stuck, it's because there's a vacuum seal forming here. You can lift it up if the water gets stuck in here. So just add a little bit at a time so you don't spill on your hand, and lift it up if the water gets stuck, and then you're good to go. Now, because we closed this, is there water in the tip? No, not yet. So if we want to use this to measure water, we're actually going to have to let some of it out. And I can just do that either into my beaker, because it's just water, or if you open up your sink. Have I shown you how to open up your sink? Yeah, okay. Or you can open up your sink and let it drain into your sink. All right. We take this off. Once you've let it drain a little bit, you're going to take a look at the bottom of the meniscus, and you're going to say, where is it? Okay. Now, if you want to get really fancy, you don't have to do this. But if you want to get fancy, these things here are called burette reading cards. Okay. You can just look at it and say, where is my volume? What's happening there? Okay, and you can read it off. Or you can take your burette reading card. Once again, I'm going to stand up so you can see me in the back of the room. You're going to put it behind, but not right behind the scoop. You're going to put it below the scoop. Not behind the scoop, but below the scoop. If you're really fancy, you're going to put it below the scoop, and then you're going to hold it about 1 centimeter back. Can you see how my thumb is creating a space? Okay. All of this is pretty fancy, but my thumb creates a space. What that does is it makes the meniscus reflect the black of the line, and it makes it really jump out at you. So if you want to try this and you're not sure what you're doing, you can call me over and say, hey, I want to know how to do this. And if you're like, I don't really want to do that much, I just want to look at it and guess where it is, you can do that too. That is perfectly fine. Okay? Once you have got your initial volume, and you will record it on your sheet, I've got like a little lab sheet to go with this. You'll put this back in here, and then you will just randomly let some amount drip out. How do you think you're going to let it drip out? What would you turn? You would turn the valve, okay? La 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 la. Done. Okay. And I want to make sure that my eye is always at a level with the bottom of the meniscus. So once again, I'm going to bring it down to me. Okay, I'm going to bring it down. So this is at my eye. The meniscus is at my eye level. I'm going to use my burette reading card. And I'm going to put it underneath the scoop and just about a centimeter away from the back, not touching the back, but about a centimeter away from the back. And I'm going to read that and record my measurement. Okay, so that's the physical part. Next thing we're going to do is on the next page, page 31. Let's do this together, and then you'll be ready to do the little activity, okay? Okay, page 31. So here's the thing with a burette. I don't use this to say how much water is in the burette. I don't care how much water is in the burette. I care how much gets dripped out. Shh. Please don't talk while I'm talking. I care how much gets dripped out. So I am going to start at a particular volume. I will have my liquid in my burette, and it will be filled up to, say, here. Okay, so I've got my green liquid in my burette, and it is filled up to there. The thing that's weird about a burette is that the number 0 is up at the top, and the number 50 is down at the bottom. Okay, 0 at the top, 50 at the bottom. And we'll find out why in just a moment. So what we have here is our starting volume. This right here at the bottom of the meniscus is our starting volume. Also known as our initial volume. Starting means initial. So when you're recording an initial volume, you don't need to write initial volume. You can just write V with a little I. That means initial volume. Okay? Now, I'm going to get really lazy here. We're going to ignore our uncertain digits. We're just going to say, what is a ballpark of that number? That is approximately 2. Okay, so let's just for now say that it is 2. All right, milliliters. I'm going to leave a little space afterwards. We'll add some zeros later. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to turn the valve and I'm going to drip out some liquid. Okay, watch this. This is where the magic happens. Watch me drip out the liquid. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, I dripped out some liquid. Did you see it go away? Here, we'll do it again. We'll try it. Okay, hang on. There we go. Okay. Watch right here. Okay, watch right here. Here goes the liquid. It's going to get dripped out. Dripped out. There we go. Magic, right? And now our final volume, you can see it here. What do you think we would use to represent the final volume? A V with a F. Okay, VF is equal to, and let's not worry about digits right now, approximately what is the final volume? 8. And leave some space, and then we've got milliliters. Okay? Now, if I want to calculate the volume delivered, what numbers am I going to have to subtract? To find out how much got dripped out, what will we have to subtract? Yes? 8 and 2. Which one goes first when you're subtracting? The bigger number. Okay, so we're going to take the 8 and we're going to subtract the 2. So we are going to take our final volume and subtract our initial volume. Okay, going to take your final volume and subtract your initial volume. And then we'll actually do this with some real numbers. You can see here we would get 6 milliliters. That's why it reads down, so that you can take your final volume and subtract your initial volume and find the difference between them. Okay, that's why it reads downwards. So burettes always read not top to bottom, not 0 to 50, but they read 0 to 50 at the bottom. Okay. Please chat with your partner and figure out what this distance is. How many milliliters is that distance? Is it A, 1 milliliter? Is it B, 0.1 milliliters? Or is it C, 0.01 milliliters? And we're going to vote on this. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do A, B, and C. Have we done this yet? No, okay. The letter A, you're going to take your fingers and put them on your palm. Okay? And then you're going to put your thumb beside your fingers, and that is the letter A. Everyone show me an A. Show me an A. Good. Good. Show me an A. Good. Okay. Show me a B. Now a B, you open up your palm and you put your thumb on your palm. Okay, so that's a B. B, B, B. Let's go back to A. A. B. A. B. A. B. A. A, A, B, A, B, B, C. Oh, C is really easy. It just looks like a C. Okay? So you get to choose, talk with your partner, decide if you like A, B, or C. And another option is I don't know. You can also vote I don't know yet. I would like to find out, which is fine. Okay? So decide with your partner how you want to vote. Okay. Okay, we're going to vote in 5, 4, 3, 2, go. Okay, I got lots of B's. It is indeed B, because if you count, this is 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, all the way up to 2.5, 2.6, 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, and 3. So each of those is 0.1. How many zeros should we put after the decimal for that 2? If each line is 0.1, sorry about that decimal, it looks really weird. I will fix that. If each line is 0.1 milliliters, our measurement should go to how many milliliters? Zero point 0.01, which doesn't mean it should be 0.01. It means it should go to the second decimal place. Okay, it should go to the second decimal place. Okay, so our volume then is going to be 2.00. 2.00. How many sig figs in that number? 3. 1, 2, 3. What would our final volume be? Final volume would be 8. And after the 8 comes a decimal. How many zeros after the 8? 1 or 2? 2. 0, 0. We need to go to our second decimal place. When you are doing a calculation, the first thing you need is the formula. You get 1 mark for that. Formula. 1 mark for the formula. Second mark you get is for substituting in the values with the units. So number 1 is the formula. Number 2 is the values with the units. So in place of final volume, we're going to put in 8.00. What else does that 8.00 need? It needs milliliters. Milliliters. And then we're going to subtract our VI, which is 2.00 milliliters. And then we get our final answer. What would our final answer be? 6.00 milliliters. So how many marks would you get for this? You would get 1 mark for having volume delivered, 1 mark for having what it's equal to. You would get 1 mark for putting the correct number here and 1 mark for putting the unit. 1 mark for the correct number and the unit. 1 mark for the correct answer and the unit. So that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would probably make it out of 4 and make each of those a half each. Okay? So you're going to have an activity where you do what I just did with the burette. I've got a little handout here for you to do that. I would like you to do 1 per person. So don't do it for like partners, do it 1 per person, okay? The only thing I forgot is I forgot to put a place for your name at the top of the page. Okay, so write your name at the top of the page. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can pass those around. That would be great. Once you have this, you're going to work in groups of either 2 or 3, ideally. Okay, 2 or 3. And you're going to read the instructions, fill in things when it says to fill in things. When it says star, get this fence to check and sign. You need to get me to check and sign. Okay, see where you're at.
Cool. Oscar's over here. Oscar. Yeah. So around so you guys can work together. Oscar, this is typing, and Oliver. This is Oscar. So feel free to go get your equipment. Pardon me? One per group, I think. Otherwise, we'll want to. But if you're a group of 3, you're doing one sheet each, so you're doing your own recording. Okay? Yeah, good question. If anyone wants my equipment, you can come and steal it. You're like, I will do that, thank you. So there you go. You got that, and you can come back and get these afterwards. Or you got it. Good stuff.
Does this work?
The top works, yes, but please take off the cover of the thing first. There you go.
Yeah, we need one for each.
No, you need one per group, but you're filling in the sheet one per each. Folks, I wasn't clear. One setup per group, or 2 if you want, but one sheet each, filling the sheet per person.
I'm trying to find the beakers.
All right, down below.
Boba.
Whoa!
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you're still calling. I guess I'm too loaded. No way. So like each line is worth 0.6. So like that part should be clear. And we need to use this. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know just a little bit? So that's why we play with water this time. If anyone would like a burette reading card, they are here.
Okay, good.
Here you go.
Okay.
Let me know if you want a lesson on it, okay? There you go. Let me know if you want a lesson on it, okay? Where do you get them?
Where did you get the estimates?
Oh, the beakers. They are just in behind Asma and just down on the shelves. Okay? They're in one of the orange tubs. Yeah.
I'm not actually
little and like okay, your calculation. But you've got to write it down.
This is I'm not doing any.
Yo, can you spell?
Thirteen point seven.
Go with mine. No, we'll hit that in and now.
Make sure each of you have a chance to look it up. Not good more or?
All right, so I'll let you kind of go. So we have this. ABI equals 2.0. You want to check on everything?
How about your name the last two?
Wait, no. Well, like doing a single, like, so Marie's doing it.
Oh, you're doing yours. All right.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah. No, I want okay.
Okay, you do that. Yo, you're
Just you'll read top to bottom instead of bottom up.
Hey, come on. Loud, water.
Okay, can you have it? Let's not go in here. Yo, what are you?
All right, let's see.
Yo, that.
What side is it?
Okay, it's right there. Open your second.
Yeah. And I'm You're so close. You're so close. Okay. Now, would I put that at the beginning or would I put that at the end?
They're wrapped up.
Hey, so your name's up top, found it in purple. So you want to get your thing signed, go to the bottom of page 1 and
Hey,
bottom of page
yo.
2, okay?
Hey.
Yeah. That looks good. So this looks good. Now, I'm going to on page
Oh, wait,
right? Oh, here. Okay, you are really close now. I took it for the last one, I did it. This is. Stop that.
Oh, it looks like crap.
Yeah.
I have to wait.
Am I wrong though? You are.
Yo, that has something else. I'm used. I can't do the A. Brother. That's all that I'm going
Yeah. Never say. Are not.
Go back and get that sign.
She started on big. Yo! I didn't.
So basically, okay. I feel like I'll train some, and it's very nice.
No, she said that's gonna be fast. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually said eight. That's what it's
Okay, here. Okay, now it's 16.
Yeah.
I'm sure six people, but it's a lot more. Girl, this thing's got nine.
But it's all these are, I can say it's okay for now. Okay. Good.
Girl, 9.9. No, thanks for that.
It doesn't.
I will. What's your smallest division on that thing? Yes, I do.
You're not funny. She's gotta be outside, baby. Okay. If you have a beach, like, right? Yeah. Yo, when do I stop? All this.
No, no. It's nice. No, it also.
Right there. Oh, there's no way I'm gonna do it.
That's not.
Have it. Something like that.
You meant.
Hey, you can sign the problem. Evan, look, it is this side.
Well, on, this was way apart from people.
You don't have to.
I'm being extra credit.
They can help themselves.
No, wait. Yeah, okay, go in my way.
I am.
Now, write the new value.
That's 11.2.
My God, it's actually.
It's something signed.
11.2. Yo. But that's not possible. That's not 11.1.
Yeah, because this is, no.
You're right.
Yeah. Take it off. Oh, B hash.
This is all my life.
B hash minus B hash.
Get away from me, get away from me. Ah, I think you need your my God. Ow.
Just it.
Which one are you missing? Thanks. I know, no, under, you don't know, you have to. Any, sign something?
I'm the
Anything you want.
I've been
Okay. Big bro.
Yeah, that was me.
Stop. Leave me alone. I don't know.
You'll get ready.
Stop it. I won't try to. Stop. Stop it. Okay.
You have to wear everything.
What is your smallest?
Oh, yeah.
Like classroom, I'm subbing in. Bring this down.
We basically have
Each uses one. So each of these little lines would be how much? A millimeter, yeah, so it would be 0.1. And if each line is 0.1, then you can estimate from point 0. So you don't need to have a set digits. You can just add zeros on the end, that's fine.
Just the word to get
Millimeters. And then you have that,
Okay.
and
You're not going into.
how many zeros? There you go. Here, it's 4.5. I got my way. 0. I actually each of these numbers will stop. You bring this side.
Oh, yeah.
That you mean.
Why?
Just writing like box. Sleep that. Okay. Stop. Stop. I can take it out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're not packing up because we have 10 minutes left. All right. So you will be working on pages 30, 32, pages 30 and 32. Finish up 30 and 32.
I'm 30. Oh, okay. Well, we've already and yeah, he told me about that.
If you were to start this now, you probably will not have any homework. Okay? You can probably finish this in 10 minutes, I would say. So if you want to have no homework, pages 30 and 32.
This one just in the inbox there.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, pages 30 and 32. Right?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Okay. Water.
Oh, wait, okay.
You got it. You sure don't know how to get your water?
Wait,
Of course. And you don't really make money.
Star shining.
Just like weird stuff. And what's the other one? It's form.
4.5.
Oh, yeah. Force and arm.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah.
As long
Yes. Meat apple left.
Yes.
Yours up there. Oh. Stop.
That's a lot of
Oh, yeah. I will pull this. Oh, my gosh. Give it back. Don't. You can't do that. Whoa! Wait, get it free. Oh,
I didn't think I was sure.
Oh, shoot. Don't worry about it. So you're gonna write 6.
All right, that is thank you for your hard work. See, yes, Dave.
Oh my God.
Okay, 6 and then stop. Very good. All right. All right, so there's no stop here and you're welcome to see you. Oh, yes, okay, so we have that one. And do you want to show me tomorrow? Yeah. Okay.
This is just a reminder to all grade 10 students who do not have a CLE class this semester. There's a presentation happening in room 200 now. That's grade 10 students with no CLE class this year. Presentation in room 200.
So this is about, probably it was like a. Yeah, okay. And we have these little things we could slide. So what we have to do is we have to add these up. So we'll have this one, 25.
How will I do it? Okay.
We're at 70, so we're gonna add 7 back. And then we have something. 7 and 8, yes. So somewhere between 7 and 8. Did anything get? So it's gonna be 7 point something. Then, yeah, so 7.6 is exactly 7.6, or is, why did you look at 7.6 and 7.7? Okay, so I'm gonna add one more element.
I need to
Sure, select the 5 there. And add these up. Add 570 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
Okay, 5 hours? Wait, 5 hours consecutively is bad?
Whoa, it's oh, you 5 hours here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
4 hours. But I really love that.
more than 9. So you have
5. There's a whole. It's the Joanna. It's not. You are. No, Eric, I'm like,
So I really want to.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you think I am?
Okay, something I've emailed this
Yes. So.
These are like 8 or 9. Like, for 7 and 9. I thought it was fine. I thought I think it was good off of 8. I said, oh, you agree that ever in my life. So that happened. This class actually. See you guys.
No, not that guy. No, it's like, he has like teammates. It's there. Yeah. No, like, and then to this.
Yeah.
Which way was it facing?
I don't think getting. Look over this. So it's a guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
You have said that you had the summer. Actually, that one.
I have to say, I this week.
After my show, in the and it's like
Oh, okay, you know that.
I wouldn't go back and not.
Then the Washington and the
It was like.
Sorry.
I should drop Iowa. Like I met Australia. Like. All I can sing is the dark night. Do I get more of like?
So we know
Like fucking road that starts with that, It's like you do a Chinese people with you.
Then not being right in your life, right?
That's like better. So but not like.
Maybe not like from.
So that is what we're gonna take on to arrive at. So we'll give you a little bit more practice on that later. All right, yeah, probably now. Okay, I'll get it all on. Okay.
Yeah, he did. Old. Don't lose the cousin.
I had dreams that I didn't get accepted to any university.
I don't know.
All of it, I didn't get accepted out of it. Some of the people.
Why are you asking Darius?